Well, hello, folks, and welcome to our Super Saturday training for Solutions Will Profit. And that's what we're talking about here, folks. My name is Earl Teets. It's an honor and a blessing to be a home business coach. I've had the privilege of earning on commissions for over 23 years in the industry. One of my first mentors was a guy by the name of Zig Ziglar. One of my second mentors was a guy by the name of John Maxwell. So you can Google those guys and you'll find out that those guys teach a very special skill called communication. If you want to be effective in business, you need communication and leadership skills. And the one things I learned from both of those mentors is how to share the truth with people rather than hype. It's always cool to hear a warm and fuzzy story, but the bottom line is, if you've got to feed your family and it comes down to you putting money on the table, wouldn't it make sense to understand a truthful path with real actions to profits over company and guru worship? Okay? There's a big difference, folks. Entrepreneurship is about making money. Entrepreneurship isn't about a fancy, special, lovey-dovey culture. They're great to enjoy good culture with good business, but the bottom line is, if you're doing the work, your family needs to experience money from the work that you do. Now, if you're expecting a computer link to make money for you, you just got to grow up and realize that you got to work for your own success. It's not going to fall out of the sky. What I'm going to share with you today is I'm going to share with you all 4 trends that we help people make money with under our brand, Solutions Will Profit. And if I were to sit here and tell you that your future for your family's finances depended on just one company or one special set of leaders that you followed throughout your life, I would be lying to you. I would be manipulating you to fill my own pockets. And folks, that's just not how I do business. I do not believe in playing guru or company worship. It's not the gurus or the companies that's going to put money in your pocket. It's your actions to profits that you practice with your entrepreneurial ventures. Business is serving people something for profits. A product or a service, a transaction takes place, profit is made. So we're going to talk about the basic fundamentals and really open up a clear picture of why we run with the trends that we run with at Solutions Will Profit, how we can help you get paid weekly. If you have a desire to do some work this week and get paid weekly for it, can we show you how to harness the internet and a solution that will make that happen very easily that the masses need? Because history has proven, if you cater to the masses, you can hang with the classes. So what if you got somebody that was like me? Okay, I'm 42 years old. Actually, next month I'm 43. Wow, time goes by fast. I learned the industry of entrepreneurship in my early 20s. I made some pretty good money. I didn't have very strong skills on how to budget money at that time. And I didn't really understand 100% of what I was doing, although I was completely successful at what I did. I got into alcoholism, and I ruined everything I ever built in my life, including my own body. So I got my life together 12 years ago. My wife and I were homeless because we chose bad choices. Today, we have our own home, and we're not renting it. So, I mean, it makes it kind of nice when you can learn from your mistakes, when you can learn from experience. So, if I understand what it's like for the little guy, because just a few years ago, my wife and I were the little guy, we were homeless, we understood what it was like to have to make money, you got to realize what that person's needs are. Now, when I look at what I did to myself, I knew the first thing I need to do was put something in my body like nutrition, right? So I could bring my body back. In 2006, the doctors told me that no matter what I did, I probably had at best maybe 3 years left to live because I had destroyed my kidneys and my liver and part of my pancreas by living a wild life that I should not have participated in. but I made the mistake. So how do I fix it? Well, take nutrition. Well, I understand the importance of taking vitamins. And those are vitamins that I take because they're proven to work. The problem with me taking vitamins is my system won't allow me to absorb them properly. There's lack of oxygen in my system on a cellular level. So I could take vitamins and they go in my body and go right back out. My body wouldn't experience absorbing the nutrition that it needed to. And I picked these vitamins because there was actual studies done on these vitamins themselves through my home shopping service company, where they did the studies on the vitamins, not the ingredients in the vitamins. So when you can see actual results with a patented way for the body to absorb that nutrition, it's great. The problem is the vitamins were still in a tablet form. And with my weakened immune system, I could not absorb the nutrition that my body needed. So I have another option. I have my O2 drops. These are a stabilized oxygen drop that I'm able to take that allows my cells on a singular cellular level to do two things: balance out my pH levels, actually three things, supply my body with all the minerals that it needs on a daily basis, and when my cells have the adequate amount of oxygen in them, it allows them to absorb nutrition to its fullest extent. So combining these two products allowed my body to have the nutrition it needed. It allowed my body to enter a state of mineral efficiency. And when the body's mineral efficient, disease can't exist. When I balance out my pH by using these drops every day, I can put my body in what they call an alkaline position. And in an alkaline position, disease cannot exist. So there's two different companies I just mentioned. Two different problems that I'm facing in my life that have nothing to do with business, that millions of people are facing those same problems on a daily basis, okay? So when you understand what the masses need and you have that, it helps. But maybe they don't want a nutritional product. Maybe they don't want a physical product. Maybe they just want to earn online and get paid weekly having the online tools. What's wrong with that? Did you know that with both of these companies that I work with, there's also a need for communication in video training? And by having the right video training and pages available for me to share information with my team builders so they can be productive, I have tools that allow me to put on these things called Google Hangouts. Have them individually branded to our name, Solutions Will Profit. That's why you see our Hangout page, solutionswillprofit.org. Now, these are tools that allow us to generate leads on the internet, people of interest that may want a product like this or a product like that. Who knows? Maybe they're like me and they need them both, huh? Okay, so we recognize that there's lots of people on the internet that need to understand how to work social networks. There's lots of people on the internet that need to understand the basic fundamentals of how pay-per-click marketing works. How do Facebook advertising work? Okay, so when you need all those tools, we have that available too with a weekly pay plan. The next way that people like to make money is they like to invest. Is investment a money that you count on today, put the money in it today, pull it out today? No, it's not. It's a little more long term. So if you understand what I've just shared with you in less than 10 minutes, it's 4 major trends and how they fit together like a perfect glove with just little old me, my individual life. But the beauty is they will fit together like a glove in anybody's life. And the whole idea of understanding wealth building is understanding how to communicate with people and serve people from their point of need. Really, that's the bottom line. So if I'm building a list of clients, whether I'm building one company or whether I'm building 10 companies, and for those of you out there that want to fold your arms, pucker up your lips, and be an old sourpuss, Be welcome to. But here's the facts, old sourpusses. Look at Tony Robbins. You consider him an icon in the industry, right? He owns over 30 companies. So if your whole idea of becoming wealthy is just to pick one company, one option, and fly with that, take a look at 97% of the $1 million earners that are out there, and 97% of them have more than one stream of income. So if I played the usual hype game where more people lose than win, and I try to take you down a path of worship the company and worship the gurus in the company, and this company is the only way you're ever going to make it, then I'm a misleading con artist like the rest of them that are out there hurting people instead of helping people. From me, what I'm going to share with you is the truth. History is full of success that has left clues. The clues left behind by history are quite simple. If you capitalize on a trend and motion, you're going to create massive wealth. What happens when a trend is in motion? The masses seem to think that'll never work. Get a real job. Let's look at some proof, shall we? How about the automobile? When it replaced the horse and buggy, most people said, you got to be kidding me. That thing's powered by gas. You can't make it stop instantly. And if you fall out of it while it's going full speed, you're not going to survive. Go get a real job. That automobile will never make it, sonny. Go get a real job. But by year 27, the market share of the automobile drivers had went from 10% of people driving the horse and buggy, or 10% switched from the horse and buggy to the automobile, to 80% who switched from the horse and buggy to the automobile, created more wealth in America than the nation had seen since its birth. That's a trend. Okay, so what I'm sharing with you here is real important. See, I got to wipe off all this and clear the board. And I understand that if I use Lysol, it's got a chemical in it called Agent Orange. And that's what they sprayed all over Vietnam. That's what my father was exposed to. And that is what killed him, Agent Orange. So if I can learn to redirect my shopping with my home shopping, I can transfer my spending to this little product here that I can't pronounce. I believe it's called Solumil. It doesn't have any chemicals in it, and I can wash all this stuff off the board. So it's just learning how to transfer my spending and shop, okay? So I point out these things to you because they're common sense. And we don't want to overlook common sense because often that's what's missed, okay? So let's take a look here. Network marketing. Could I say good things and bad things about it? You bet. I could. The one thing that we're talking about here is entrepreneurship, not employment. Is entrepreneurship a better path than employment? Absolutely. Why is it a better path than employment? Because when you're dead and gone, you can will entrepreneurship to your next of kin. When you're dead and gone with employment, that income stream stops completely unless you purchase life insurance. And then you're only as long as the policy lasts. So really, entrepreneurship. Is it the most comfortable, easy walk to ever produce money in? No. It takes time, effort, commitment, and money to master entrepreneurship. And it takes a lot of learning. It really does. So there are pitfalls in every adventure in entrepreneurship, but we can recognize that long-term security comes from entrepreneurship. How do we do that? Follow the money. Really, follow the money. Let's take a look at where the money's at, shall we? 90% of America's wealth is held by 3% of its population. Those 3% are entrepreneurs. They are people who were probably at one time employees, who understood that you take the money from employment, use that as a seed to plant an entrepreneurship. And then as your entrepreneurial levels outproduce your employment levels, you no longer need the employment anymore. So really, that's the bottom line of how it works and why it works. Now, what we talked about was capitalizing on a trend. Network marketing is a trend that's going to go from under $200 billion to over $1 trillion a year over the next 7 years, whether you and I participate or not. It's a pile of money to get in front of. Okay? Affiliate marketing. It's a pile of money to get in front of that's going to grow from under 200 billion a year today to over $1 trillion a year in 7 years. Okay? Home shopping. If you don't believe that to be a trend, take a look at last month. Warren Buffett, big-time billionaire with more than one stream of income, sold all of his retail stock into Walmart, the majority of it, I believe. Now, why would he do that? Because Amazon.com, online shopping, is producing more than retail shopping. The retail trend is on a dead-end street. Okay? Where's the money at? In home shopping. It's a trend, folks. Whether you believe it or not, it's there. Okay? So, let's take a look at another trend. Investments, crowdfunding. Okay? How many people want to raise money for charity? That's what crowdfunding helps you do. So when you can combine the trend of investments and crowdfunding, that's cool. Is there an investment that's really hot on the market right now that the who's who of billionaires are sinking their money into? Remember, investments isn't put your money in this week and pull it out next week and we've made a fortune. It's long term. So it's a different type of income production, but it's still a trend. So if you take a look at Bitcoin and recognize guys like Sir Richard Branson, recognize guys like Bill Gates, and understand that they are doing everything they can with their resources to make sure that cryptocurrency is very successful. If you recognize the beauty of being able to take crowdfunding and invest into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's over $1,000 a coin right now, but everybody don't have $1,000. So using a crowdfunding procedure for $150, you can get 1/10 of a Bitcoin. Segment that in a matrix of people and help 2 other people to do the same thing. As they do that, now you've got a 10th, a 10th, and a 10th. Now you've got 3/10 of a Bitcoin. Repeat the process again, and once you help 10 people establish 1/10 of a Bitcoin, you now have a full Bitcoin on a measly little investment of $150. If that Bitcoin goes up to $10,000 by August of this year, and you've got 84 Bitcoins, and your investment was $150, and you put sweat equity of, say, 10 hours a week into that process, what's going to happen? 84 Bitcoin at $10,000 apiece would be $840,000. Can you see the music on it? Is everybody going to understand it? Absolutely not. Is it a trend? Yes, it is. So when you think about Solutions Will Profit, our whole brand is here to serve you. Whether you want to get paid once a week with network marketing. As the coach and the founder of Solutions Will Profit, I can say, hey, let me show you how we can take a simple product, less than $2 a day, and introduce that product to other people. And if you want to introduce that to 10 people with me personally, so you're not flying blind, we'll utilize the modern tools of the phone and the computer, and we'll connect with 10 people this week. And out of 10 people we connect with, we get 2 of them that recognize the opportunity and can invest $199. You're going to make $200 in that 1 week. $200. What are we doing? We're communicating with 10 people to find 2 out of 10 that like the trend. It really is that simple. If they don't like the network marketing trend, they might fit into the affiliate marketing trend. If you look at the age of the internet, it's considered the gold mine. If you look at history, success leaves clues. The people that made the most money during the gold rush days, right? It wasn't the people digging the gold. It was the ones selling the tools to mine for the gold with. So if you look at the internet as your modern day gold mine, affiliate marketing allows you to market tools to the entrepreneurs on the internet so they can be more efficient at making money. so they can brand themselves. Instead of fly with just one opportunity, they can brand themselves and fly with several opportunities. That's basic entrepreneurship. Serving people from their point of need, not a guru or a company's point of greed. There's a major difference. I'm going to repeat that. Master the art of serving people from their point of need, not a company or guru's point of greed. And when you understand that, you can capitalize on success in major ways in this very market. It's just understanding how to help the masses reach their goals. It really is that simple. So if we recognize that these 4 trends are going to create wealth with or without us, they're going to grow, why not embrace them? With Solutions Will Profit, you can take all the cost for each one of these ventures and leverage them on a credit card. Really? Your monthly payment on that credit card is going to be less than $240. Why is that a good point? Well, think about it this way. People on welfare smoke cigarettes. They pay cash for those cigarettes, $8 a day. In some states, $10 a day. But let's go $8 a day. Times 30 days, $240 a month. Is it right or wrong? That's not for me to judge or say. I quit smoking a few years ago, so I can't pick on the smokers. But I can say they want their cigarettes bad enough in poverty circumstances that they find a way to afford them. So with entrepreneurship, if you want to earn as an entrepreneur bad enough, you can find a way to afford $240 a month to capitalize on all 4 of these trends if you wanted to leverage that out on a credit card. Why do I explain this? Because there's no such thing as something for nothing in entrepreneurship. Costs money to start a business, money to operate a business, and after you operate that business, there are profits left over, and those profits are your income. So most people in the industry that lead wrong, they leave out the most important part of that. They want you to think, just get the right link, post on the internet, you got it made. No, no, no. Money has to transact for it to happen. You have to operate a business, and operation takes money. Bottom line, the more you try to hide the operation expenses, the more you're misleading people. You need to serve people from their point of need, not a guru or a company's point of greed. Understand that. It'll help you massively, okay? So, we understand there are 4 trends. Whether we're building one trend or all 4 trends, what are we going to do? We're going to build a contact list of people. Do you understand that within people, there are 4 different types of personalities? So recognize there are 4 different types of trends, 4 different income streams. Wow! Why would we do that at Solutions Will Profit? Because we know that we're going to communicate with people every day, no matter what. We know there's 4 different types of personalities. So if one person that we're dealing with, we want to serve all 4 personality types. Why not have a trend that fits each personality type if we're going to do the work of building the list? So now you understand the fundamentals of why we do what we do. Number 2, the next thing we have to do in order to be a profitable entrepreneur is we need to have an actual schedule of actions that we're going to commit to weekly with no excuses. The one thing that all business has that produces more than $10,000 a month in income is there is a set schedule. So it's funny because as an income coach, I talk to people always trying to recruit me into their company, and I find out what's your schedule look like. Oh, I do this. And then 3 weeks later, I'm talking to them, and they've jumped to a different company because they weren't really making money with what they were doing. Why weren't they making money with what they were doing? Because they didn't have a schedule that they stuck to just like they would with a job. Okay? So, number 3, personal development and skills. You have to develop your skills as an entrepreneur. The more value you put into yourself, the more value you can share with other people. The more value you share with people on the internet, the more the internet draws people to you. And that's what you want to do as a professional entrepreneur, is draw people to you so you don't have to go out there and beg people to make a living. It really is a simple process, folks. You just have to communicate with people from a standpoint of love, a standpoint of what is best for them, a standpoint of what's going to fill their needs. If you make it all about you, your guru, or your one company that's going to make it while all the others fall, let's step into a little bit of reality, shall we? I don't teach hatred towards anyone or anything. And if I were to teach you to start hating other companies or hating other opportunities, I'm teaching you to plant and embed a negative seed in your life. And when you plant a negative seed and it produces a negative tree, that tree produces negative fruit. I'm not into negative. I'm into helping people earn money by working for it. And I don't really care which one of these trends you want to do, or if you want to do all of them. I do all of them. So if you want to do all of them, I'm here to help you do all of them. If you want to do one of them, you got help here to do one of them. But the bottom line is, we run with the truth here, because we understand the truth will set you free. Everything I've shared with you on this very Super Saturday training is the simple truth. Now, when I can take a simple product like this one right here, and I can schedule an appointment for somebody to see how that product can help their life. They make an investment of $199, and next week I get paid $100 for that. I can do that act in 1 hour. 1 hour. What's the key to duplication in business? The key to business is duplication. Okay? So if you got 1 hour that you practice business properly, and you can duplicate that with others on a weekly basis, you can show them how to make a $199 investment, how to balance out their pH system, be able to absorb vitamins properly, and have better nutrition in their body. What does that cost? 1 hour of my time. Okay? So if I can turn 1 hour into $100, it's pretty easy. Okay? What happens if I'm asleep at night? 3 o'clock in the morning, somebody sees something they like on Facebook about this product. I can have them click on my link for this product. They can see the presentation that's less than an hour long while I'm sleeping, even in foreign countries. And guess what? If they see the music, they can make that order while I'm sleeping. And while I'm sleeping at night, I made $100. How powerful is that in today's economy? What does minimum wage pay for 40 hours a week of labor? Just about $300 a week. So if I can make $300 a week on less than 5 hours a week by working smart instead of hard, why wouldn't I want to enjoy that process? If I need to make money this week, not take 6 months to make $100, wouldn't that be a decent path to go down? Okay, how about internet tools? I can show somebody how to brand themselves with unlimited blogs and capture pages for whatever they want to market. And as they take advantage of those tools, maybe they want to learn how to advertise on Facebook and pay for a course that teaches that properly. They pay $500 for that course. You get paid a $400 commission. If it takes 1 hour for that to take place, you just made $400 in 1 hour. So if I'm really going to be an entrepreneur and a coach to serve the masses, doesn't it make sense why I work with these trends? Different ways to help different people do what? What's the bottom line of entrepreneurship? To make money. It's always good to have a good, strong culture and create a culture of people who are there to help one another, support one another, and help each other out. But if all you got is a warm and fuzzy culture and there's no money behind it, how's your family going to enjoy that process? Huh? Let's look at reality, shall we? Okay, so home shopping. I understand that basic household cleaners like this have things in them that cause cancer. Can I prove that? Yeah. Do the Google searches if you have to. Do the research. In 1944, there was only 1 out of 5,000 cases of cancer. But because of toxic shopping in the regular retail markets that we go to that got products with stuff like Agent Orange in it, we can find out that cancer is a result of exposure to things that are not healthy for the body. Today in 2017, experts are saying 1 out of 2 people have cancer. So by having the right home shopping opportunity, it only pays out once a month, but how often, I can order the same stuff once a month for my home shopping that I go get at retail, save myself some gas money, have it delivered to my door with a 60% money back guarantee, and then I've got the odds of earning in my favor. Isn't that amazing? But again, it's a trend. It pays out just one time a month. And you have to learn the fundamentals of the difference between a shopping service and a network marketing company and an affiliate marketing company. There's a little bit of a learning experience there to understand it properly. Okay? So it's there. It's a major trend. The investment thing, that's going to happen too. People always wanted to invest, but the big problem is the affordability factor. With the crowdfunding and the Bitcoin where it's at today, you have the ability as the little guy to make some money and invest it and turn that into something very awesome. So hopefully I've really explained to you the importance of what it takes to separate yourself from the pack. Understand how to serve people from what their point of need is. Remember, you're going to develop a list. No matter what opportunity you work, you're going to have to develop a schedule no matter what opportunity you work, and you're going to have to develop yourself. The more that you can share with others, the more money you're going to earn. Jim Rohn taught that, okay? The more value you have, the more value you're worth. And if you don't want to put value into yourself, don't expect to create a lot of value out of life. It really is that simple. Folks, God bless you and congratulations for taking some time today to really see a path where you can earn your future with help, a mouse click, a phone call, or a text message away. It really is an honor to help people work for their money. And it's a lot of fun to help them have the paths to capitalize on trends today. Come join us if you haven't. You deserve success, and it's waiting for you. May God bless you.